What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I really hate that this story is sticking around. Again, I really feel like it might just be L's all around here, but all right, let's dive in. The latest article from Variety breaking this afternoon: Beau DeMayo accuses Marvel and Disney of, quote, egregious prejudicial misconduct on X-Men 97 and Blade, where they go on to report, quote, Beau DeMayo, the creator and executive producer of Marvel animation series X-Men 97, accused Marvel and Disney of, quote, egregious prejudicial misconduct in a 30-minute video he posted on Wednesday to his OnlyFans profile. DeMayo was fired by Marvel on the eve of X-Men 97's series premiere on Disney Plus in March, but the studio declined to comment on the reasons for his removal until August, following an accusation from DeMayo that he was stripped of his credits for season 2 of the show after he posted a fan art of himself shirtless as the X-Men character Cyclops in June for Gay Pride. Following that allegation, Marvel released a statement that DeMayo was terminated due to the, quote, egregious nature of the findings in an internal investigation. A source with knowledge of the investigation further told Variety it was for sexual misconduct, and that DeMayo's credits were stripped because he violated the terms of his termination agreement. Report goes on to say that DeMayo says, quote, these allegations of egregious misconduct are false, DeMayo says in the video, adding that rumors of the nature of DeMayo's alleged misconduct that may have been floated on various sites and podcasts are, quote, lies, unquote. They are offensive, DeMayo continues, but more concerning is that they were a smear campaign designed to discredit my credibility in order to cover up egregious prejudicial misconduct stretching from select members on X-Men 97 all the way to the top of Marvel Studios. DeMayo alleges that he both experienced and witnessed misconduct while working on, quote, X-Men 97 in his capacity as a showrunner and during a brief stint as a screenwriter on the long-in-the-works feature film Blade, set to star Mahershala Ali. A spokesperson for Marvel Studios did not respond to a request for comment. DeMayo says that the breaches in his exit agreement were posts he made about X-Men 97 during its run, including posting fan art, speaking at a screening of the show at a bar, highlighting different cast and crew, and explaining how the massacre at an LGBT nightclub Pulse in 2016 was one of the main inspirations for an episode involving a surprise attack on the mutant nation Genosha. He also alleges that Disney blacklisted him from, quote, third-party non-Disney Comic-Con panels and blocked him from attending the Emmys next week, where the X-Men 97 show is nominated for Best Animated Series. While he did not refer to anyone specifically by name, DeMayo also outlined several specific allegations of misconduct against Marvel and Disney executives and employees that range widely in severity and magnitude. They include, I'm going to go ahead and throw those bullet points from the article from Variety up there, but some of them are like DeMayo alleges that there are near criminal working conditions for VFX and animation artists at Marvel, and that people who worked on X-Men 97 were, quote, rapidly losing weight and having mental breakdowns, and when he emailed Marvel leadership about the issues, he experienced, quote-unquote, retaliation. Others include DeMayo alleges that Marvel's PR department listed homosexuality as a hot-button issue to avoid alongside school shootings, the Gaza conflict, and abortion. DeMayo alleges that Marvel executives joked in front of DeMayo that they hired a, quote, young Wesley Snipes to write on Blade. He also seems to take full credit for being the one who wanted to do old X-Men stories. This is what he says. He alleges that he fought Marvel executives over his desire to adapt storylines from previously published X-Men comic book runs rather than create brand new stories for the show as the executives wanted, and he was called, quote, uncollaborative, too difficult, and too much of a fanboy, and they openly resented him, according to DeMayo, for fighting for the fans, as he puts it. The article continues by saying, quote, DeMayo says the, quote, last straw for him was when he arrived at the production offices of Blade at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta and was told that, quote, someone needed to crack the whip around here. He alleges that on September 6, 2022, he sent his concerns about what he saw as prejudicial conditions on the film to leadership at Marvel, and, quote, in return, I was removed from the project in the middle of moving to Atlanta for production, and then had my role on season 2 of X-Men 97 aggressively marginalized. DeMayo says that he has, quote, the receipts and eyewitnesses to back up his claims, and rather than dump them on the internet, he would prefer to relay them to authorities at Marvel and Disney, quote, so that those responsible are able to receive what I was not, a full and fair investigation away from the public eye. Quote, this is me trying to do the right thing, DeMayo says, and this is Marvel's chance to do the same. DeMayo's attorney, Brian Friedman, filed a lawsuit against Marvel on Tuesday, seeking to invalidate the non-disparagement provision in his separation agreement. Friedman contends that the agreement violates a new California law that limits NDAs and requires that they allow an employee to disclose, quote, information about unlawful acts in a workplace such as harassment or discrimination. Now, look, this would normally be the part of the video where I have a take. I don't have one. Well, I don't know what to think about really any of this. And as I've said in my previous videos, it sort of feels like to me, and I might be wrong, that it's L's all around. I mean, who really knows the specifics of what happened? But this is what I will say, outside of my take on the story, is just a reminder to most of the fan base, even though I'm sure you guys don't need it. There are thousands and thousands of people who go into making live action series and animation as well. Thousands of people who probably feel like they have a ton of ownership over what we all saw in X-Men 97. It is a collaborative effort no matter what. And there are people, who do have a lot of control over the stories and etc. But I would just be quick to, throw that reminder out there as fact. As far as what's going to happen with any of this, won't be the first or last time Disney is sued. Maybe what they said was true, maybe it isn't. Maybe his lawyer has a point and that there are new laws that say you can't really silence people with those kinds of NDAs. Who really knows? But what I will say is that X-Men Season 2 was written by him, even though they're going to take the credits away. He still wrote it. And now they've got a new writer for X-Men Season 3. And I'm telling you, his job is going to be so hard because of how well this is written. Still, you hate to see any of this. It sort of does feel like L's all around. And if there is some justice to be meted out here, which I'm not sure that there is, but if there is some, I hope whomever or whatever that gets whatever's coming to whomever or whatever. I know that's the most non-fucking take ever, but that's my take. All right, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Y'all can give me your takes. Quickly, we are still doing giveaways here at the channel. Agatha All Along is upon us. God knows what that show is going to be like, and I'm going into it with an open heart and an open mind and open eyes. Not that I won't shut them all very fast, but we're going into it completely open, which sounds wrong, but that's what we're doing. And the watch parties are starting up soon. If you want to be entered to win for the PlayStation giveaway that will coincide with the finale. Super simple. All you got to do, hit the sub button, leave a comment, because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners that'll be announced at the end of videos in this same segment here, live, with my voice on screen. So if you win something, you'll hear my voice announce it. Never in the comments. Just be safe and vigilant in said comments. And if you get some spam comments, report them to YouTube. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter at @IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.